AskReddit by Vix and Starfire. Athletes of Reddit, what sparked your passion for your sport? I love running really fast, which is why I chose track and field. You beat me to it, how dare you. I got to knock people around on the ice full contact style and picked up hockey quite quickly. It's everything I want and need in a sport. Same. I had no interest when I was younger, but it's so fun. I had a shit dad who hit me, and bikes let me get away from home before I could own a car. Grew to love it. I have a 750 mile in 90-hour ride planned in Colorado this summer. Weightlifting. Honestly, joining the lifting class in school because I hated running in gym. Ironic that avoiding physical activity made me fall in love with another speed. I definitely had ADHD as a kid, undiagnosed back then, and martial arts were able to focus that energy into being more disciplined, productive. Favorite style? S. My dad introduced me to chess after personal events. It's one of my main passions now. Cagnus Marlson over here. Ice hockey. Even after 24 years of playing the sport, skating still feels like real life magic every time I step on the ice. I wish I could make it more accessible to everyone. It's such an incredible sport. Payday. Just like wrestling. You don't wanna wrestle later? Well, maybe. Read this as atheists at first. And what is your passion? Burning for all eternity? And don't tell me it doesn't exist. You don't get to make up your own reality. That's our job. I hate a lot of the people that play American football, but I love the sport and I'm not gonna let other people make me not play it. Pick another sport or play flag. I played for 10 years and had a great time playing, but the long-term effects of head trauma isn't worth it. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, but if I could go back in time, skipping football would be the #1 thing I would change. Got invited. The first person to ever notice me out of school related class walk. At first I did it just because I got invited. That's the only reason. Until eventually I was like, shit, I actually want to get good at this sport, and so I started trying even harder. I played volleyball in high school because my friends didn't. Later I was good enough to get a university scholarship. I played ultimate at nationals and worlds level because a cute girl asked me to be on her rec team. I was already fairly athletic and I quickly became pretty good. I loved how the sport contrasted with volleyball in that it was outside and a lot more free flowing. It has an easy learning curve and you can play co-ed, men's or women's. Now I play disc golf because after 25 years of ultimate, throwing a frisbee was second nature to me and I quickly became good at that sport as well. Plus, it's magical watching a disc fly just the way you want it to. Growing up watching the NY Yankees and the Florida Gators. One time I attended a physical education class in class. My teacher saw that I was better at jumping long than everyone else and immediately praised me. From then on I especially loved this sport. I wouldn't consider myself an athlete, but I do play basketball regularly. The first time I took a shot where I knew immediately it was going in. It's a better feeling than an orgasm. Money. Ball. My first toy and my first word. Your mom lol. Gymnastics. I love being able to twist and bend my body in near impossible ways. Competing against people I don't like. I hate losing to them, so I became intense and passionate about winning. I like running very far. My elementary school offered some sports, and I was the kind of kid who snapped up as many extracurriculars as possible and genuinely enjoyed them. I found that I loved the adrenaline and cooperative atmosphere in basketball and especially soccer, where I had a defined guardian role, my preferred archetype, as a defenseman. My legs eventually became riddled with chronic pain starting in middle school, and athletics was close to me. Then, in my sophomore year of high school, my school formed an esports team, technically classified as a club at that point. I played one of the games offered casually with my brothers, and I was desperate for the rush and community from soccer and basketball. Well, I found it. I was the first esports player to go to States. To anyone who tries to tell me that this isn't a real sport, I challenge you to find a real sport that I can play, when my legs can barely handle walking from class to class or going down the stairs to my own basement. Being able to choke and submit someone who's stronger than me sounded really appealing. Being fat in pandemic.